Oh, sorry, I was muted. Sorry. Good evening, everybody. Hi, welcome to MCon Live. It is November 2022, and we're ready to plan for June 2023. Tonight, I'm joined by the big leader ourselves, Lee Wallace, and Ken, the amazing Ken. Sorry.
Yeah, guys, this be nice. This is Ken's first time on MCon Live.
I know, jeez.
Anyone who's ever been to MCon will see Ken. He's part of the furniture, part of the team. He's anything ever happening, Ken's front and center. He's pretty awesome.
Mr. Problem Fixer.
Yeah. The guy with the sellotape.
Yeah, the duct tape.
Yeah. And this
How are you?
Point.
Good.
I'm good. Really excited for tonight and what's coming ahead. And it's going to be some fun times. It's been too long since we've been on camera. The fans have missed my face. They've all missed Lee's face.
The fans.
The fans, they're MConners, they love MCon. So they're going to be part of the crew, part of the life. So, Lee, tell us about what we're here for this evening.
Well, tonight is pretty much a starter for 10. It's let's get back into it and show people that we're now doing our lives again in preparation for MCon 23, which is 7-8 months away. But
it all comes around quick.
It all comes around quick. And yeah, we've got a little bit of a different look. We've got a few things to go over. We've got new partners. So
big drum roll for the big new partners.
Yeah, we've got a new partner in London Camera Exchange, which is really exciting because that means that photo studios are going to have a huge improvement. So that's lovely. That's exciting. That is that we've got that going on for MCon. What else have we got going on, Ken?
New cameras, isn't it?
New cameras. Yeah. So basically, the difference in the gear that we're getting, I suppose in a way, it's like going from a clapped out old banger to a brand new sports car.
Careful.
Well,
an old banger.
The most important thing.
No, I mean, as in, the difference in quality is massive, isn't it?
But the really big important question, Lee, will we be having the brown background?
No. It's not brown anyway. It was olive.
Olive. Because that was the number one question that I saw anytime that photo shoots were mentioned. Are we keeping the MCon olive?
No, we're going to a different colour. Those are on order. I think they're blue. I think we posted about it about a month ago. They're now going to be like a darker blue. Very, very. Yeah, I haven't got anything around me to show you, but they're going to be blue. So rather than being green and brown, olive, so yeah, they're going to be that. So, but yeah, really so excited to have our new partners, London Camera Exchange. If you're in and around Nottingham, they're located on Pelham Street. So go in and them guys will look after you. Lovely guys, always come to the event as well. So I'm really chuffed that we're working with them. And as if by magic, Aaron Post. Hi, Aaron. Aaron's the manager of the local store in Nottingham. So yeah, we're excited about that. It's a nice little improvement for the studios. And again, as always, we try to improve things every year for our attendees. So it's not just a case of here's the event, crack on. It's a case of what can we do to make the event better. And the studios. I think we do well in the studios. I mean, you get a lot of photo shoots all around the country, actually. So
one or two,
one
over
a million.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the photo shoots have always gone really well when I've been there. The quality's always been good. I know. I'm looking forward to some coming up. I've got some silly ideas planned already for next year. So watch this space for silly photos.
That'll be good. That'll be good, mate.
Perfect.
So let's talk about some of the other stuff that's going to be happening at MCon.
Yep. So should we recap the guest that we've already got announced?
Let's go for it. Who we got announced? Who should we go for first? I'll tell you what, Ken, you can do the first one. But you can't see it, can you? Ken, literally before we came on air, Ken's like, "Oh, I'm just going to take my contact lenses out." Yeah. So right, okay.
Anyway, the contact lenses one.
It's always the way when they never see me on camera. Is take the glasses off, dim the lights, as you can see, so show as little of this as possible.
Well, yeah, every cloud. Moving on. John Rhys Davis. We've got John Rhys Davis coming back. Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Man, he's an amazing guest. He's an amazing guest. He came last year. Was there?
Yeah, last year was his first year at MCon. We had a lot of people going, "Oh, I missed him. Is there any chance you can get him back?" So we asked John, and John was more than happy to come back.
He's one of my favourite guests. He loves his photo shoots. He's always fun. He's great at the panel. He takes over. He's got some amazing stories because he's been in literally everything.
The one thing I love about John is he even if he's got a big queue, sometimes it's not great for us trying to organize it, but even if he's got a big queue, he will make time for the attendees. And if somebody comes up and they're like, "Oh, hi, I just wanted to ask you about this," he will at length talk about the question that they're asking him. So, really, really chuffed that we've got John coming back.
And the good thing is, by the time he's here next year, the new Indiana Jones should be out. And from what they say, he's in it. So we should get some more gossip about that and set on stage then.
Exactly. Next, we have got Julian Glover. Julian Glover will be attending MCon. Which
looking forward to meeting him. I've not met him before, so I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Right. Yeah. Don't think Julian has actually done MCon Nottingham before, has he?
No, he hasn't.
I think he did.
Sure
he did a Worcester with us, didn't he? But Julian, again, a guy that has been in so much, like another one that's been in Indiana Jones. He's had roles all over the place, hasn't he? He's been in Harry Potter, recently Game of Thrones.
He was very good in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Was he Mesa Pycelle? Is it Mesa Pycelle? Mesa Pycelle. Yeah. So brilliant. Sort of like CV of acting work that he's got. Chloe, unfortunately, last year had COVID, if you remember, and had to pull out
last minute, sadly.
And I speak to Chloe now and again, and one thing that she said to me when she pulled out was, "Please, please, please, let me come again." Like, I think she was a bit worried that we were going to go, I won't book you now. You've let me down. But spoke to her a couple of weeks ago actually, and just said, are you sure you want to, come back for the next MCon? Blah blah blah. And she was like, "Absolutely." I just got absolutely back on the text. What's the date? I'll put it in the diary now. So
she's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, Chloe's brilliant, an absolutely lovely lady, and it wouldn't be MCon without Danny John Jules as well. So
I don't know if he's been before, has he? Danny?
I think he's got his own room at the arena. I think he's taken over a little.
I don't know if he's even left yet. To be honest, he's probably just holed up in the corner, just waiting for people to come and see him.
You know what? I don't think there'll ever be an event where Danny don't come, because at the end of the day, it's one of my closest friends, and I don't think the event would be the same if I didn't have his cheeky smile or him calling me across the floor. "Oi, Lee!" So.
Would there even be an MCon without them?
I don't think he's missed one yet.
No. Would it actually be the event?
No, I wouldn't.
Because it was really Danny.
I wouldn't organise it.
No, exactly.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
It
was Danny's persistent.
You need to do one in Nottingham.
Shall we say nagging? I think.
You had an opinion about it.
I think nagging's no. He'll probably see this, so I won't say nagging. He wasn't nagging me down.
He had a strong opinion about it.
He was asking me.
Yes.
So we got Danny come in as well, and obviously with 2 Red Dwarfers, we've got to bring the Red Dwarf set back.
Absolutely.
Do you know
that was an amazing set?
Yeah. Well, hopefully,
and very popular.
If we get time, because we've got a lot of builds on this year. If we get time, we're going to add to it.
Right.
I want to put a door in, so people step through the door into into the sleeping quarters. If I get around to that, it'll look mint. It'll look brilliant.
I still think we should just get Norman or Hattie just to stand in the box and the TV screen and just all day just talk to people.
It's funny you should mention that. Actually, mate. It's funny you should mention that, because behind where that set is, there's quite a bit of room. So we are thinking about putting a velvet drape in there.
It would look amazing because that set was spot on.
And having a camera pointed at them so that it will just relate straight onto the screen. That'd be great, because people will just think it's a face on there, and then when they start interacting with them, it'll be great.
And who wouldn't want a photo shoot with Holly in the screen?
Let's see, because I haven't approached them about doing that. So let's.
Would you like to come to our event? Would you like to sit in a cupboard?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it might be cool just for like doing it for half an hour or whatever. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we'll see. We've had a lot of people talk about the Red Dwarf set since the event, and I know I've bumped into a few people at Star Fury. Our friends over at Star Fury. We've been over there quite a few times, working with those guys, and some of the attendees were like, "Oh, I came to MCon. The Red Dwarf set was amazing." Was you there that time, Ashley, when that lady was talking to me about it?
Possibly. I lose track of.
Yeah. I mean, exactly.
Everyone's been talking about it. Literally, the thing most people talk about when it's not about who's that weirdo on stage. They're asking about the sets, because that was touchdown. One of the amazing set.
When we did the group photo shoot, how many people were queued up to go into there? A lot of people. There was loads of people to go in there, and even when we were just like letting people to go in and have shots on the, I think there was over 100 and something people, somebody counted, just queued up to go onto the set. Which, I'll take that. That's brilliant. I'm over the moon about the people liked it so much. So. That's great. Anyway, let's move on from the Red Dwarf stuff. We've got Mark Allen Shepherd come in.
Morn from Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Morn, yeah.
One of my favourite characters. The one actor who never says a single line in the whole series of the show.
But he was in like 90 odd episodes.
He was in every single episode, almost every single episode.
Yeah.
And one episode without his makeup.
Some of the lead guys,
yeah. But he never spoke a word, and that's what's so good about him.
I know, yeah. And fresh from his appearance in the latest Doctor Who, we've got Colin Baker as well. So
yes, looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely.
The sneaky little guy kept it secret from most of us as long as he could.
I know. I only saw him like when did we go to? When was MegaCon? Yeah. Anyway, well, it was only a few months ago. Sorry, I mean, he didn't say a word. So, that's great. We've got Colin coming as well. But so let's talk about something that I mentioned a minute ago. We've got quite a lot of building work going on that we're doing. So last year we had the selfie area across the middle of the event. I've had a lot of great feedback from that. So
everyone loves a selfie and a silly picture. You want to interact with it, and they're free, and it's great. Yeah,
we had obviously we had the toy boxes. We had the Barbie box and the Mandalorian box.
There was the Ghostbusters set.
Yeah, that was over the other side. The Ghostbuster set is going to be incorporated into the new selfie zone, which is I'm going to touch on that in a second. But we had the Doctor Who
TARDIS
backdrop there. We had Johnny Five there as well, didn't we? All of this now is going to be incorporated into our new selfie zones. So myself and Anthony, that helps me with a lot of the builds and stuff. Shout out to Anthony if he's there and watching. But me and Anthony.
And if not Anthony, why not? Why not Anthony?
Yeah, if not, why not? Yeah. Although to be fair, it's gone 6 o'clock, so it's past his bedtime. we do spend a lot of like time and effort building the sets. Like, I mean, you saw how much detail was in the Red Dwarf set. It was as screen accurate as we could get without jumping into a TARDIS and going back to the 80s and 90s and buying bits that we couldn't find anywhere. So,
to be fair, it's probably more sturdy than the original.
Well,
for BBC in the 80s.
The greatest fit. I mean, I don't think I've said this on any live before. The best thing for me on that whole weekend was when Chris Barry turned around and he said to he said it in the middle of everything. He just turned around and he's like, this brings back so many memories, so many great memories. It's actually quite emotional. And then Hattie, maybe 20 minutes later, said exactly the same thing. I don't think she'd heard Chris say it. And then she's like, oh, I'm actually getting a bit emotional being on this. And I was like, oh, that meant everything. and then Chris comes in and he's like, this is where I used to stick my lines. When he was lying on the bunk, he used to stick a piece of paper underneath so he could see all his lines. So that's another thing we're actually going to do. We're going to print off Chris's lines and stick them to his bunk. So, when people sit in the bunk, they'll be like, oh my God, his lines are on the roof, which I think will be another cool little added bonus, I suppose. I just want to say, if anybody can hear fireworks going off, I do apologize. We're in the studio and the studio's got very thin walls. So. So the selfie area, we're gonna build like hexagon shaped selfie
pods.
Yeah, kind of like pods. Yeah, so there'll be 2 of them, and in each one there will be 6 areas. So you're getting 12 selfie areas now instead of 4?
4.
Yeah,
4. Yeah.
Some of them. They'll be a little bit slimmer. Instead of being 8 foot wide, they're now going to be 4 foot wide with an 8 foot front, if that makes sense. So as you walk in, they'll have a bigger space, but they're at an angle like this with the if you looked at them from the top, if you get that. Yeah. So there'll obviously be 2 pods with 6 in each. On one of them, we're going to have loads of stuff. There's going to be
not too many spoilers. We've got a lot of things still to come this year.
Do you know what? I'll say what they're going to be in, and then in later dates, we'll show people. We'll show people what.
You're too good to these fans, Lee. You're too good.
Well, at the end of the day, events are based on attendees, and there's nothing better than me walking through an event and hearing people say happy things. That is, everybody goes, oh, what made you do it? Why do you do it? Right? That is the reason. When you're walking past somebody or you're walking behind somebody to get to another area, and all you can hear is, oh my God, that's brilliant, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, I've walked through the event at times when I've been like, I'm getting a little bit choked up there. It's been great. And you've worked on the info desk a lot. You'll get people coming up. And it's not always doom and gloom.
Far from it.
Yeah.
So, I see it from the other side as well, because I get people coming up to me on social media afterwards and telling me all about the bits they see. So I see a lot of the stuff. That's a lot of positive, which is really good. And they see that you care, and that's what really matters about an event. If the event organizer cares about the event and if he cares about the attendees, then it shows, and the attendees have a good time.
Mate, you got to care. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be doing it.
No.
That's why we all turned up for the weekend, isn't it?
Because that's exactly, yeah. I mean, all the crew are volunteers. They all turn up, and I spend a year planning this, and let's be blunt. It hasn't made me rich, so there's no other reason for me to be doing it. So, it's that's what it's all about. Anyway, going back to the selfie areas. Sorry, go off a little bit of a tangent, but well, at the end of the day, Anyway, so selfie area, we're going to put in a full size Barbie box for adults. We had like kids ones, and there was more adults getting in it than
Yeah, they were a lot lower
so
than you
I was
think.
like, you know what?
Uncomfortable with the knees.
We'll just get a full size adult one, might as well. So that'll be cool. And we've got the backdrop to that all printed pink as well. So when you go it'll be a whole set that will be Barbie. We've got a whole one that's going to be a Mandalorian. Like you mentioned earlier, we're moving the Ghostbuster set into the pods as well. So that will be all in one. We're going to put I'll tell you anyway. We're going to put green lights behind the containment unit, and we're going to have some like fake slime coming out of it and stuff like that. So even that's being kind of.
I'm going to get slimed, aren't I? I'm going to end up getting slimed.
Well,
they're going to do a test on me or something. I know it. I'm going to end up being slimed.
We'll see. We'll see. You've got a lot on that weekend, so I don't know if we can be throwing slime at you. I think that's a bit mean.
I don't know.
You know me, I'm up for anything.
Well,
We've already got people commenting that I should be slimed, so thank you, Holly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to happen now. We said it.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you know what? I forget where I was. Barbie box, Mandalorian. The Mandalorian will stay as the kids one, but we've got props and stuff for them to use. You can see one above my head, actually. There you go. So, yeah, there'll be lots of props and stuff. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the props because one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing MCon shorts. We're going to do... I'll explain a little bit about this. I don't think I've explained this to anybody, have I?
No.
I know I briefly mentioned it to you. So our MCon shorts, Ash, are going to be... So our MCon lives, we're going to do one a month. And if there's like a special announcement, we'll come on and do an impromptu MCon live. But you'll probably see a lot more of my face because I'm going to start doing MCon shorts, unfortunately.
As long as it's only your face in the shorts, that's all we care about. We don't want to see the shorts.
It's just me in shorts, and that's no. No. MCon shorts will be like one minute. I'll just jump on, do a 1 minute MCon video, and it'll just be to say, hey, we've got this new thing. Just thought I'd show you. So everybody will be able to, see all the new stuff that we're getting in. We've had a lot of new stuff in already. So it's more stuff that we... Can you hear me over these fireworks?
Yeah, it's the fans. They're clamoring to bash down your door to come and get the information. So get it out, Lee. Get it out.
Do you know, as soon as I announce these selfie pods, like people are like launching fireworks. There's literally going to be absolutely loads of props for people to use. So even if you're like one of these guys that will come along or one of these ladies that will come along with their kids or whatever, and you don't dress up like, you don't cosplay or anything like that, you can at least go to the event and know that at the event, like last year on the Ghostbuster set, we had Ghostbuster suits for anybody that they wanted to try them on, and a Ghostbuster proton pack as well. They'll still be there, but we've added to every single selfie area now. So if you want to get, for instance, we're building a Star Wars Death Star set. So there's going to be Jedi robes, lightsabers, all of that sort of stuff in there. There's loads of stuff going on. I don't want to ramble on too much about it.
So everyone keep an eye out for Lee's shorts. They'll be coming this year and they're going to be great.
MCon shorts, not Lee shorts.
So yeah, MCon shorts starring Lee.
Yeah, so that'll be coming up. You wanted to talk. You mentioned earlier, Ashley, about the studios and the new.
Well, first of all, I thought let's announce the next couple of next couple of guests, and then we can talk about the changes to the photo studios as well.
I'll pop one up. It's going to jump over your face.
Oh la la!
But
don't worry.
We're going to announce a guest that we've had to MCon last year. And he's done a couple of our other events, like he did MCon Burton and Worcester.
Yes.
And always hugely popular. More so with people kind of like, I was going to say our age, but more my age, to be honest. No,
late 30s, mid 40s.
yeah, more sort of like people in their 30s, 40s will identify with this guy because he was always on TV when you got back from school, and that is Hugo Meyer. Hugo has agreed to come back because a few people were like, "Oh, I missed Hugo last year. Can you bring him back?"
He's amazing.
And he's such a nice guy.
I spoke to him at the last one and at Worcester, and he's got so many stories, and he's such a fan favorite. He loves talking about the nightmare with the fans.
Yeah,
and we still keep talking. They need to bring it back. We need to do an interactive version or something like that because it's such a great show.
Well, I mean, I was talking to Hugo about doing an MCon live just online, and we were trying to work out how we could play a game with Hugo, sort of like guiding them through a game. We've not sorted that out yet. We're still in the sort of like it's a very difficult one to do. But I thought that would be brilliant. You know, we could basically lottery the people that would play it, and you know, the sort of like 3 or 4 people playing as a team, and Hugo would be Traegor, or you know,
I don't think there's a single person who's ever seen that show who did not want to be in it or still would like to be in it.
I was so jealous of the kids. I'd be like, oh, I really want to be in that. So.
We need to get one of those helmets.
Apparently, it went missing, but I'm sure you know.
It must be somewhere. Someone.
I'm sure somebody could build one. Yeah, I'm absolutely sure somebody could build one.
Because who does not want a photo shoot with him wearing a helmet? No event wants you to have masks on and things, but you want to wear a helmet.
The problem with that helmet is like you literally could not see your face because it could be anybody in the photo shoot. Like, just put this on. I suppose it's a bit like the Mandalorian helmet. You don't know who's under it.
I think that would be really fun just to have that.
I think we know a fair few people that would probably be able to build one, so maybe that's an option. Anyway, the next guest is another returning guest. And that is Mike Quinn.
Mike Quinn,
the lovely Mike Quinn. How is it? Everybody we've announced is absolutely lovely. It's like, you know, we just
you pick the best guest. That's what it is. You know,
we're quite lucky that Mike actually lives in Nottingham. So Mike was like, "Oh, I'm free if you want me to come back." So I was like, "Absolutely, you know, Mike, I don't know if he'll see this, but I think Mike's one of the nicest people I've ever met. So
he's lovely.
I'm really glad Mike's coming back. That's
and if you follow him on social media, he's got some great stuff. He's always posting where he's at on all the events he's at and stuff like that. He's got some great stuff. Stuff he's just been recently filming. I think he's been back in Star Wars again. Yeah, and he's done some great stuff because he's a Muppet handler as well. So he's got some great stories working on Kidding with Jim Carrey and some great stories.
Yeah, I was just about to say about his stories. He's got so many. I mean, you know, just the work he did with Jim Henson on the Muppets and stuff. Just listening to, you know, the things that, you know, he would have done there is just, I could listen to Mike talk all day, to be honest. So yeah, really.
But that's
really
what you get. You get some guests like this where they're not names that people think of. I must go to this event to meet this gentleman. Yeah, they're not the A-list ones. But their stories are so much better than the A-list ones because you actually get that they've actually experienced the things, and they're taking the time, and they're just really great that way.
I suppose as well, you know, A-list celebrities, they get hassled so much, and they get asked the same questions over and over and over again. But when you've got that time to converse with somebody, you get more out of it. You get, you know, and that's the thing with people, especially people like Mike who have got more time than, you know. Than anyone to give to their fans and to people that want to come and speak to them.
And people just think he's the character from Star Wars, but if they look into his IMDb and what he's actually done,
massive. It's so long,
crazy huge. It's massive.
Yeah. And again, he lives in Nottingham, so we're really lucky that he's close to the event. And Mike loves the event. He said that himself. So, but that actually comes down to the attendees that we get at MCon. We get a lot. I would say almost all of our attendees are lovely. So, you know, having Mike confirm that and having other guests confirm that, that's huge as well. You know, let's not, you know, forget that.
Yeah.
So, the other things, Oh yeah, now we can talk about the photo policy.
Yes, so
I know
everyone,
this is quite close to your heart, isn't it?
it is. It's something that I'm very passionate about. Everyone knows, and it's photo shoots and value for money for photo shoots and attendees being able to enjoy themselves. So before it used to be that you had to pay half price to share a photo, buy the photo shoot, and then you pay half price for you to share it with somebody. But this year it's all changed.
Every additional person was half the price of the photo shoot.
Yep, but this year it's all changed. So to help people because of the way the world has become at the moment, from now on, for the next event, you can share a photo for 2 people for the price of 1.
Yeah.
So that's very helpful to families, to partners and people, and generally with this way the world is at the moment with money, sometimes it's just a bit cheaper to help share photos. Sometimes a silly photo is good.
Yeah, one of the things that we always get asked as well is, I've got like a 3-month-old baby. Can I bring it in? Well, yeah, you can. So if you've got anything up to, I think it's a 3-year-old, we let you go into the photo shoot anyway. So it's just kind of like a confirmation of, like, say for instance, it's a wife and a husband or 2 friends that want to go in. If they've got a baby as well or anything up to a 3-year-old, they can still go into that shoot as a group. We're not going to go, well, no, that's 2 of you, that the baby can't come in because that's taken up one of the spots. You know, at the end of the day, we're not daft and we're not mean. So that's, you mentioned it just there, Ashley, that, you know, everybody's feeling the pinch and everybody's having a bit of a struggle. So just trying to do a little bit for those folks coming in.
But
so,
if you do bring children and babies, please take them home with you. don't leave them in the photo room. Don't leave them in the TARDIS, because, you know, we all know what it's like.
A lot of children, please try to avoid those triple push chairs that are all in a line, because they're a nightmare.
The walkways are tiny. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's the photo policy. I think.
So to recap that, so if you buy 1 ticket, you can have up to 2 adults sharing. Children under 3 still count as free anyway, and you get 1 printout of the photo.
Yeah.
And if you want multiple people over 2, then you have to buy a second photo shoot.
It's the same policy as before after 2 people.
Yep.
So anybody after the 2, then they are going to have to go to the photo kiosk and purchase an additional person. And then when they come in, just show it to the people there.
Perfect. Yeah, which is nice and fair for everyone.
Before we sort of like speak about anything else, I'll just say to anybody, if anybody's got any questions, or if we've missed anybody asking a question on the chat, now is the time to type your question out, because we've pretty much said everything that we need to say.
Yeah.
So now is the time for you guys to ask questions.
And we will remind people, it's still 6 months or so till the event, so there will be more guest announcement. There will be stuff going about guests. So at the moment, don't worry.
Actually, not 6 months. There's nearly 8 months.
8 months. Yeah. It's June. I was still thinking May in my head. So, so don't worry about guests. If you're asking about which guests are going to appear, we are aware that people are hoping certain guests will turn up. We're still waiting to hear on many things. But anything else? Any questions, please?
There's I mean, yeah, I've already seen a few times people asking for Craig Charles. Yeah. Craig gets asked for MCon every single year.
I need him as well these days. So yeah, we all try. Trust me.
I mean, you know, Craig,
so busy.
If Craig opened his WhatsApp and sees another message from me, I think he might start swearing, because I send him a message like every MCon, Craig, can you please come to MCon this year? You know, I'll wash your dishes, I'll clean the car, whatever you want. It's just a busy guy. That's the problem with Craig. Incredibly busy. Yeah. So that's the thing.
One question we've got is, are we planning anything on the Friday evening at the moment?
Always. There'll always be something on the Friday evening. Again, there's a long time to go, so I'm not quite sure what it is, whether it's Jay Muse being carried over from last year. Don't know. I genuinely don't know. Jay's a hard person to pin down at the minute because he's doing so much
they've just finished with Clerks 3
Yeah.
Chris, and he's got some other things coming. Yeah,
but in the next sort of like month or two, we'll know a lot more about who's coming. I literally spoke to an agent at like 1 o'clock in the morning this morning. So that'll be again guests that haven't appeared. We speak to everybody. I mean, somebody's asking about Catherine Tate and Alex Kinston. Same question, same reply. Like, there's 8 months to go before the event. Nobody is going to like absolutely confirm and be nailed down for that caliber of guest. They're
and the main problem as well is actors of their caliber. They're still working. They're ongoing actors. And especially Catherine Tate, for example, she's getting bigger and bigger still. Even though you thought she'd hit that level, she's still getting bigger and bigger internationally as well. So that's where it's hard to pin them all down.
Let's put it into context, right? I mean, you see events announcing like massive guests just recently. People are announcing other guests and stuff. There's like a month before their event.
Yep, and they cancel him.
Well, no,
I'm
talking about they're announcing big guests, but they're announcing a big guest.
Yep.
Weeks 30 days before the event. Yeah. So
and then you see other events when they announce guests months in advance, and then things do change, and they're the guests that cancel more because they're ongoing.
Exactly. So, sorry, I'm just having a look at some of the questions now.
Someone wants guests from the Titanic 1997 movie, but as it's summer, there probably won't be much room for an iceberg. So I'm guessing no for any icebergs.
We might be able to get a.
We could get that iceberg lettuce that would outdone trust.
We
did have.
To be fair, we had.
We
had.
The lovely David Warner, who unfortunately passed away.
He was amazing.
He was at MCon twice.
Yeah,
he was an amazing guest. He really was.
Are Fraggers doing your retro gaming area? I have no idea what that means, Brian. I don't know who Fraggers is.
Do we have a retro gaming area?
We have an area upstairs where we can put an area in. So that is a possibility that we will have a gaming area. I don't want to say too much, but there might be a retro arcade area in the selfie zone as well. But I'm not going to say too much about that because that's one thing that I do want to keep under wraps. That's going to look cool.
Penfold's asking about the new sets. As we said, there's more stuff is going to be coming about that. Keep an eye out on our social media for that.
Again, just to recap over the stuff we said, there's going to be loads and loads of stuff on there. Oh, Brian said it's the Gamer Bus. I'll speak to the Gamer Bus guys. I don't know if they're available, so we'll speak to them. Chris asks about Will Mellor. Will Mellor, has he been to the last for 2 or 3 events?
So the last 2.
He's been to the last 2. He's doing brilliantly on Strictly. So I'll drop Will a text maybe over the next couple of weeks. I might leave it until he's finished actually, because I don't want to pester him while he's dancing.
Or get him to announce it live on the BBC. Come see me next year.
That would be amazing, but
I think that would go down like the Titanic.
I think the BBC might kick his butt if he did that, but that'll be pretty cool if Will could come back, because a lot of people like Will. Let me just
someone's asking about buying an extra printed photo if possible at the event.
Yeah, they can do that. We'll sort that out so they can do.
And also remember, digitals will be online for sale after the event as well.
Yeah.
So there's always ways of getting other copies.
Yeah, usually Eddie puts them up either the day. Eddie does all our IT, so Eddie will do that maybe the day after or the week after. I'll confirm that with Eddie, and we'll put a post up to say when that'll go. When they'll go live. But that is something usually that is very, very quick after. We also are going to speed up the printing process as well, but we'll try and iron that out closer to the event. Somebody did ask about the zombie cage. Can't see where that is.
Yep, Chris asked about the zombie cage.
Actually,
if that'll be making an appearance.
Yeah, the zombie cage is going to be changed a little bit because we're going to actually put it into one of these pods. So it will be almost like a full-on a full-on set, basically. A little bit like the Red Dwarf ones, but it'll be a little bit smaller, but it'll be a set. Yeah, so that is coming back, but it'll be a little bit different to what they're used to, but it'll look a heck of a lot better.
Everyone loves a zombie.
Cami asks if we considered hiring cosplayers for the to work the floor. No, we only book in guests. We don't book cosplayers. We don't. I mean, we encourage cosplayers to come, but it's not something that we hire.
And the problem we have is because we do get so many cosplayers, it would be hard to tell the difference when on the ground itself between the guest cosplayers and the players, because we have a very large the largest cosplay contest. There was a good couple of hundred entries. I think it was going all the way down that line.
The costume competition. I mean, I need to make a point on the costume competition. The entries were absolutely unbelievable. I was really taken aback by how brilliant they all were, and I'm so glad that I wasn't judging it, because I would not have been able to. And even the kids, I shouldn't say even the kids, but the kids were excellent, remarkably sort of like step up from what I saw the year before as well. I thought they were absolutely amazing. And while we're talking about the costume competition, sorry, mate. Oh, you can get a word in. The costume competition has had a sponsorship as well by London Camera Exchange. They are giving a £50 gift voucher to spend in store at the Nottingham branch for whoever wins the adult competition as well. So
nice.
That's another added. We're going to build the winning packages into a package. The winning costume, the prize will be a package rather than just a payment of I think, what was it, £200?
I think it was.
So, so whatever it was. So so there's going to be like a little package. I've also been looking at actually making a MCon cosplay trophy for the adults, and
that'd be nice,
and another one for the kids as well. So and that's something that they'll be able to keep. It'll be a proper sculpted trophy that will be unique. So looking into that. Anyway, what was we talking about? I've gone off on a
so there's just a couple other questions again, just asking about guests. It's the Power Rangers 30th anniversary next year, making us all feel very, very old. But as again, any guests that any point they can be announced. So watch this space for those.
Right, Mark's asking about the Power Rangers. He's asking about Johnny and Karen. I must have said this a million times about Karen. Karen only works with one agent that we don't work with. So, and we won't work with that agent either. So there's very, 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 very little chance that Karen will be at any MCon. So unfortunately, I'm sorry about that, but that's just how it is.
Maybe one day she'll see you in your shorts and things can be reconsidered. Just had to bring back the shorts.
Why did we ask him?
I don't know. I have no idea. It was your idea.
The other thing is as well, people have got to realise that it's a very, very tough time at the minute, even for big events like MCon. You know, you're talking like flying a guest over from the US, coming on a business class flight was what, £3,000, £3,500,
£5,500 now.
And now it's like £5,500.
Everything's doubled.
Yeah, so trying to get somebody from LA before they've even stepped foot in England, it's cost me best part of £5,000 to get them here. So, I mean, I'm not moaning about that, by the way. So yeah, I'm just pointing it out.
If anyone knows any private airlines that want to do us a favour,
if anybody's here from Virgin or or any other airline, Josh asks about. Hoping for plenty. Don't ask. He states hoping for plenty of Doctor Who stars for the 60th anniversary. There's definitely ones that we're we're talking to at the minute. I'm not going to go into too many details, but there's a really, really big one that's also been in something else just recently that we've been talking to as well. So hopefully that comes off and we see them at MCon. Stop thinking, Ashley. Please get in touch with Phil Fletcher. Yeah, I actually did. I think, Claire, you've mentioned this before on maybe Twitter or Facebook. It's not. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but we kind of set our sights a little bit higher for our guests. I don't mean that in a rude way. It's just that we can only have a limited amount of guests at the event. If we could have as many as we wanted, then we'd go for it. Warren, how about Ken Bones? Nice guy. Who's Ken Bones?
Lost. No idea.
Is he in Lost?
No, he's not in Lost. I will do my research. Stall for time. Stall for time.
Google's a good answer.
Warren, ask me. Tell me who Ken Bones is, Warren, if you're still there. Claire asks, Walking Dead actors, Harry Potter stars. Again, we're talking to lots of people.
So Ken Bones was in Doctor Who. The World's Not Enough. He's a face you will recognise.
Okay.
Recently in Discovery of Witches, you would recognise his face.
Oh, there you go.
So, yes, he would be a nice name to meet.
Yeah, I mean, again, I mean, look, we'd be here till 10 o'clock if I started listing all the people that we've talked about. I mean, there's top 6 Harry Potter guys that we've talked to. Yeah, there's so many guests that we inquire about and ask. It's the biggest problem for us is having somebody that is available at that date. And it might sound like it's a bit of an excuse, but it's genuinely not. Trying to get somebody is a lot more difficult than people realize. Yeah,
6-8 months in advance. It's just
that's part of the thing. And one of the things that really kills me, Ash, is when we have to postpone a guest or cancel a guest because they're filming. Honestly, I can't express it enough how much that kills me. It genuinely kills me because it's like I get excited. And then everybody else has got excited, and then they get announced, and then the public get excited about them coming. And then it's like, a week before or 2 weeks before, somebody like goes, I can't do it tomorrow. I've got to work. Yeah. Or they've changed. They've changed the shooting dates or whatever.
Yeah. That when I do my panel prep, I watch like back to back all the shows to try and get as much information as I can. So I've done like 2 weeks research for one guest, and then they cancel 2 days before. So it happens. Yeah. Some people do accuse some events of like hiding cancellations and things, but it's always very open, very honest.
Who would be your top 3 guests, Ash? That
we've had, or that I still meet.
If you could get them to MCon within budget, let's not be saying people like, can you get Chevy Chase or
Johnny
flipping?
Depp or something.
Yeah, Johnny
I've met Johnny. I've met both of them, and Chevy's not very nice. So anyway, I don't know. I've met so many people that my top people are people that, or the View Askew people. I still need like Jeff Anderson. I'd really love to meet Jeff Anderson. Yeah. Jason Lee, Ethan Suppley.
Jason Lee, he played for Forest, didn't he? No?
You're asking me a football question. Don't be ridiculous.
I know who Jason Lee is.
That generation, those View Askew guys, they'd be amazing.
Mate, one of my go-to TV shows is My Name is Earl. So, he'd be great.
My Name is Earl. If you like that, you should watch. If you watch Raising Hope, that was good.
Right.
And recently on Amazon, I'm not getting paid by them or anything, but there's a new one sprung with the people who did My Name is Earl and Raising Hope. It's really good.
Right.
It was filmed over COVID. That's my top tip for this week.
What about you? What would be your top 3? They're all good. They're going to be all Star Trek guests, aren't they?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Come on.
Is there anyone you haven't got?
One non-Star Trek guest in there.
Oh, you got to give me a minute or two.
He's been answering. Don't ask me. I think my top guest would still be
Marina Sirtis, yeah, I know.
No,
Absolutely.
no.
Brent Spiner for me.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I can't think. I think maybe somebody from the cast of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because I absolutely
That'd
adore
be cool.
that show. I genuinely adore that show. I think that's like
Yeah.
a timeless TV show. You know, people will still be watching it in 10, 20 years. Yeah, it's a difficult one. You thought of anybody? Oh yeah, there's one that you always ask me for. So
Jerry Lynn Ryan.
yeah, that'd be a top of Ken's list, I reckon.
Yeah.
Chris says Freema. We've asked about Freema. Elizabeth Shue as well. That'd be a great guest.
It would, but yeah, a bit high, sadly.
Is she even aged? No, I'm not quite sure if Stephen Blackburn is being serious or not.
We're looking.
What's Stephen asking?
I can't see who he's asked for.
Andrew Lee Potts.
All right.
Well, to be fair, he's come back.
Andrew's been to MCon loads of times.
Yeah.
He's not been around for a while.
Shane says, any Buffy or Angel guests? Working on it. There's one that it was in Buffy that I've been speaking to. I wouldn't say often, but I've spoke to him more than once. John.
I spoke to this guy once. You know,
I spoke to him probably about 5 or 6 times about coming to MCon, and 5 or 6 times they've not been able to do it because they've had something else booked in. So but it will happen once.
Anybody from The Expanse?
The Expanse. Do you know? Yeah. I've only seen a couple of episodes. I started to watch it and then I got distracted and I haven't seen it since.
To be fair, I'm the same. I need to finish that series. I've heard really amazing things.
A really good series.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't know. Is
Freema would be a great one, but I think she's working lots in America at the moment, so I think she's harder to get these days.
She is US based, and it's just one of the things.
Dirk Benedict, but that would be great, but they can't compete with this face, so you know.
John asks, any chance of Burton ever happening again? Afraid not, John. Burton's dead and buried. I mean, I think we get that.
Burton's burnt out.
Burton every single time I come on, and the attendance at Burton was never big enough to keep it going. So that's why it stopped. It's just wasn't worth doing. We just concentrate on Nottingham and try and give everybody at Nottingham a good event. The same guy actually asks. John asks, any chance of a return for Jemima Rupert or Sophia Miles? Sophia almost came last year, and Jemima I know to talk to like personally anyway. So that's a possibility. I did ask Jemima last year, but she couldn't do the date. I can't remember what. I think. Oh no, she was away. She was on holiday, and that's why she couldn't do it. So, Jemima would be great to have back because she's been in so much.
And Sophia is lovely.
I've never met her.
She's very friendly.
I've only spoke to her via email.
I met her on my birthday once, and she managed to get me to have a photo with David Tennant at the same time. So I was happy with that.
Oh, sweet! That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that'd be great. Erica says Nicholas Brendan. I think Nicholas is having a few issues that probably would stop him from coming to any event, to be honest. So, BBC Ghost Chaps. I don't know who they are.
It's the TV show Ghosts.
It's
a good one. It's a lot of the Horrible Histories guys.
Oh yeah. I used to love that show. Horrible Histories. That's awesome.
Yeah. Ghosts has just finished its 4th series over here, and it's got an American spin-off or American reboot. So, which isn't as good, but it's got a good cast.
Caroline Munro. Why do I know that name?
Wait, she's from Bond, isn't she?
I think I saw her at another event recently, so that's probably why it jumps up at me. But
Brad
anyway.
Dourif would be lovely, but sadly he's quite old, so I know he's very limited with his events he's going to.
Yeah. Get any questions in as soon as you can, guys, because we've literally got only a few more minutes.
This is your 3-minute warning.
Yes, exactly. Actually, 4.5, but
Yeah, my clock's
Oh,
different.
take your time,
yeah.
Brad's daughter is very
Only
lovely as
give us
well.
one.
I said anybody from the Expanse.
Wow, it's a bit like.
Yeah, Thomas Jane would be good.
Sorry.
Thomas Jane, he's in the Expanse. He'll be good. The Punisher.
Yeah.
Okay. Dave says Ewan McGregor. If we got Ewan McGregor, I think I'd be in buying houses and property.
Bankrupt.
Yeah, he's very, very, very expensive.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think we'd turn him down. It's
He asks so all the time.
he's always in that Star Wars
Ewan,
thing.
stop asking.
Well, he was my next door neighbour, but
Yeah. Any chance of Cobra Kai guest?
Yeah.
Or John, the thing is with the Cobra Kai guys, they work exclusively with an agent that now seems to work solely
Exclusively elsewhere.
So yeah, I don't want to talk about other events or other companies, but yeah, it's a bit difficult.
Holly wants the original Roswell cast, and I agree with that. And they've started doing events now, so you never know.
Roswell.
yeah, that's
Oh my days,
They've started doing events again, the guys, the cast.
1990,
So
I think,
definitely worth to see them.
Always used to get that show and Smallville mixed up.
Don't know how, but yeah.
No, totally random. I think it's because didn't it used to be on Channel 4?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
on a Sunday morning, I will watch it with
Possibly.
a heavy head. Not
So if we get Colin
not
Hanks,
saying
that'll be
over.
very good.
Babylon 5 cast. Yeah, we've already got I forgot his name.
That's good.
Yeah, Morn, the Morn guy.
No, that's Star Trek.
That's Star Trek, not Babylon 5.
Oh, sorry.
The problem with the Babylon 5 cast is there's not that many left. There's so many tragedies over the last few years. It's sadly dwindled quite a lot. But they're a great cast. If we get them over, that's always great.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, yeah, there's loads of people that we're talking to, loads of people that we're looking at, and
yeah, I've seen a lot of names going well. There's some good names that could be coming, but yeah, and we're always open to suggestions. Just realistic suggestions, please.
Actually, after this, I'll tell you the name that I was on about before, actually, but I'll drop you a message.
I like the fact you think I haven't already worked it out, but okay.
I know you know.
I'm Batman.
Yeah.
So you're asking for So and
Jenna
all the
Coleman,
suggestions.
We've asked Jenna loads of times, actually.
Yeah, she's pretty much any of the pretty ladies. We're always asking, so you know.
Jenna, I met her at New York Comic Con backstage after the panel that she did for Doctor Who with Matt was there, and there was various people from Doctor Who there, and Jenna was so lovely. Spoke to me for a good 30 minutes before one of the crew came and whisked her away to another place. Hopefully as well. I mean, a lot of people have been asking for Matt Horn to come back as well.
He was very good. He loved it.
Yeah, he did. It was his first ever event, and Nottingham's his hometown, so he was sort of like over the moon. But I've asked Matt to come back as well. He's just waiting on a few schedule things to confirm if he can come. And if he can come, it'll be great because I've actually put an offer in for another one of his Gavin and Stacey cast members. And if that comes off, we'll do a duo with them in the studio. So I'm, quite hopeful.
But you might want to tell people it's not James Corden because otherwise they just won't come.
Hey, I'll not hear a bad word said about James Corden. I've worked with him twice and he's absolutely lovely. I don't know why he gets so much grief, but he is a genuinely nice guy. A year apart from seeing me and he still remembered my name. So that ain't too bad. Anyway, Jason Isaacs would be great. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
But anyway, right.
Yeah, we're literally open to anyone. We're literally happy to take any advice. Anyone who wants to come, free flights, free guests, whatever you want to throw at us.
Absolutely. Yeah, anything that's free.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna jump off now. Thanks, guys, for jumping onto our first live of the year. Everything's planned for, or getting planned for 2023. So don't forget, tickets are on sale now.
Yeah, photo shoots are on sale now. Tickets are on sale now. There's various VIP packages are on sale now.
Oh, Ash. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, look what I've got.
Look what I've got.
Not been opened either, look. Not been opened. This is one of the sets that we've been sent from the printers, and this is the first time I'm taking them out to have a look at them.
Ooh.
Right.
And this is where the camera cuts now and just leaving suspense until your next short.
Yeah. Let's take these out. That one. Bum, bum, bum.
So this is the first time I've actually been part of an unpacking video. I feel like the youth of today.
Me too. I feel so special. Right. So
I
let's.
think you meant to show the box on the video, though. I think we're a bit out of touch. That everything's off camera.
Right. So.
Ken's like, "What's an unboxing video?"
Right. So. Anyway. Right.
I know what
I've got loads of like lanyards.
Ooh, lanyards.
Anyway. So, for those that don't know, if you book a VIP pass, your pass is valid for both days. The difference between getting a normal ticket and getting a VIP ticket is general entry is at 11 a.m. A VIP entry is at 9:45. So you get in over an hour before everybody else. You get the pick of all the best stuff on the trader tables, and also you get a pretty snazzy lanyard with your pass. Now, with your pass, like I say, it gets you Q&A priority seating as well. It also gets you fast track to your photo shoots and your autographs. So if there's a queue for a photo shoot, you will get put into a shorter queue for the VIPs. So here, all right, let's take one of these bad boys out. Here's the nice designed passes. There's the gold one. I'll show you a platinum one as well. But a lot of people like to collect these anyway, so yeah, they're pretty cool. And they've got some stuff on the back that I won't show you because then we'll know if you've copied it and faked it. And there is a UV thing as well, so we're on it. But yeah, great stuff. They're in. Oh, we had some merchandise delivered.
Oh, merch! It's not a panel or a live without some kind of merch.
I know. So we had these cool cups made.
Has it got my face on going like that?
Say what?
I want a T-shirt with my face on going like that.
Right. So, got lots of caps and stuff that we've had made.
Ooh, la la.
Boop, boop, boop. And they're pretty cool. What do you reckon?
Yeah, nice.
Thanks, Dad.
Turn it around backwards like the cool kids.
So we've got those on the merchandise. That'll be pretty cool. And there's loads of merchandise going to be on the kiosk next year. I've already popped in some bits and bobs to the company that makes it all. So that's pretty cool. But yeah. Anyway, look, I told you we'd look right pair of peanuts if we were both wearing hats.
See, gives one hand, takes away with the other.
I feel left out.
It's a typical convention organizer.
Yeah.
What was that? You want a hat?
I want a hat. But I need a big one because this head is bigger than usual.
Ramnik says that he has been collecting the VIP passes since his first MCon in 2018. See,
nice.
Yeah, people do collect them. That's yeah.
So someone wants MCon underpants. I still think we need to get the MCon shorts. We need shorts.
MCon shorts. What are you
MCon shorts. I think that's everyone really.
John, right. Let me just address a question that, or the the thing that John's posted. John Morley has said that what would be awesome is if you guys would be willing to do a mini behind the scenes documentary, e.g., how you book talent, run the show, pains and so on. I don't think I'd ever do that, John, because it's not going to be. It wouldn't be
really
fun.
boring.
Not so much boring, but it'd be a bit embarrassing.
Do you want to come to the event?
I go through, yeah. And also as well, it's a very difficult thing to put on an event. And if I did this, there'd be a lot of people out there going, "Oh, I could do that." Where reality is, you can't. Genuinely, look, Ken's been on my side since day one, and you've seen a lot of other events. Is it easy?
Far from it.
Yeah.
From it.
And the problem is with showing the inner workings of an event or whatever, whatever you'd show, it would cause problems because there would be people out there that would then try to do an event and it only will harm the industry.
We've had a lot. That the industry's been harmed a lot over the last 5-6 years.
We are really, really lucky. We've got a great team of volunteers that have gelled together over a lot of years.
Yeah.
And have really become a family.
Yeah.
And without that at the back of you, without those 50, 60 people who are prepared to give up their weekend to work at the event, it's a non-starter. And that's before you even start looking at venues, booking talent, feeding the talent, transporting the talent, getting hotels. This is far, far from an easy job. It really is. Because of the team that we have, it might look easy, but trust me, there's a lot of hard work goes in it.
I mean, I've said this a million times before. There isn't a team like the team at MCon. There really isn't. The crew that we get, and I know that's going to sound, like I'm just big up in my own team, but it genuinely is true. We get comments from people outside of our event that say, we love your. You need to sort that cat out. Every
I know.
We do your cat's on.
She's more attention seeking than I am.
But yeah, look, I'll go and get Peanut.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that. You'll break hearts with that. You have to tell everyone what Peanut is now, because otherwise,
Peanut is my new puppy, because my dog that I'd had for like 11 years passed away the other week, and I spent a week in the house without a dog, and it was just weird and horrible. So I went and got another puppy, and its name's Peanut because it's tiny.
It is tiny, and it will break hearts. And there probably will be photos to come,
and it'll probably be at MCon. So
and what was last thing we were saying about the?
I was just going to say
about behind the scenes stuff as well. But about the behind the scenes stuff as well, some of the shorts that were coming out will have some of the similar things anyway, in regards to the props and the making and things like that. And hopefully some plans might be in place for actual stuff on the day as well. Watch this space for things that we can be doing.
Yeah, I honestly, there will be exactly what you said. There will be MCon shorts, which will be like little minute videos of like little updates of me saying, "Hey, we've just finished this. Have a look. Hey, we've just had this equipment come in. Have a quick look."
And keep an eye on the social media, because there is the photos you put up before with like some of the pre-planning of the signing areas, the selfie points. They were shown up before, so there's lots of things on our social media that kind of hints at what's happening behind the scenes. Just go from there.
Let me just have a quick look over these before we go.
Yep. Peanut needs his own short.
Debbie says no playoff final next year. Yeah, for those that didn't know, I'm an absolute avid Nottingham Forest fan, and they got to the playoff final last year that I'd waited 20 odd years to go to, 30 odd years to go to Wembley, because I always said that I'd never go if Forest didn't get to Wembley, and I couldn't go because of MCon. So I spent a good 20 minutes crying in the cash office when
I did wonder why you were that. Why I heard noises like that coming from there.
Yeah, I was bawling my eyes out. I don't care. I was. So yeah, thanks, Debbie. Although big shout out to Debbie actually, because she came into the cash room and crewed last year and helped us in the cash office. So thanks, Debbie.
Well done, Debbie.
Debbie, me, and Ant were in there counting the guests' money and stuff, so people went home with the right amount of money. It was intense. Hopefully, Rich will be back doing that job next year, but we'll see. Anyway,
thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Ashley.
That's all right.
Always a pleasure, mate. And I'll see you.
I'm happy to share the screen with you. Just don't make a habit of it. It's my screen. But yeah, so good luck. Next time I'll see you when I see you. And
I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
No, sadly, I won't be at that one.
Oh, I was looking forward to that.
I know. Are we going to big up them? See what's happening? Where are you going to be?
Yeah, I'm going over to
Star Fury, and they're running their Once Upon a Time event, Enchanted.
Yep. Enchanted.
Tickets are still on sale.
Yep. Great event, great people,
Good
really
team.
Well run. So if you don't know anything or you don't know about Star Fury, have a little Google Star Fury. Have a look at there. They've got some brilliant guests. If you're a fan of Once Upon a Time, definitely.
Once Upon a Time, we've got Lucifer, Marvel, DC, many shows for next year as well.
Yeah.
But if you do want to go Enchanted, you've only got about a week or so until tickets go off sale. So look into that if you want.
Yeah. Can they buy tickets on the day?
No. Pre-sale is usually finished about the week before.
All right, brilliant. We've given them a good shout out. I love the events that Sean throws. He's a really good guy as well. So, but yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back if not before next month, and we'll have a few more things to share with everybody.
Hope we have some nice Christmas presents for you all for the new year. Keep an eye out for the short shorts. Keep an eye out for Peanut. Keep an eye out for a lot of fun things to come.
I might jump on a short tomorrow just with Peanut. I'm gonna get
see Lee in shorts with Peanut.
No, I'm gonna get MCon. I'm gonna get an MCon t-shirt made for Peanut.
He is beyond adorable.
Well, she,
sorry.
Anyway, so thanks for everybody joining us tonight, and we'll
thank you for all your questions. It's really been great.
Yeah, good stuff. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.